What is something everyone should know how to do at age 30? Have a hobby that doesn't make life miserable and can help balance out work-life stress, if any. My friends and I are really into board games and card games. Every Wednesday night for the past 5 years we've gotten together for guys night, where we play tabletop games and just relax and wind down. My wife has a girls night that night with her friends and it's a very healthy balance that gives us that nice mental break in the middle of the week. Totally this. Started crochet when I was 29, and it is such a great stress reliever. It's cheap to learn, just need the hook and wool as YouTube is filled with beginner videos. Plus unlike some other hobbies, you get something cool and handmade at the end. I have an awesome 8 feet long winter blanket for sofa snuggles that kept me warm as I made it. Win-win. Shout out to r/crochet for inspiration. Communicate. It's not fun or easy having difficult conversations with people. But it's definitely the better option, and it does get easier with practice. Especially with a loved one. I didn't shout, you're being oversensitive. It's not like you've never shouted. Is a lot worse than, sorry I got a bit angry, I'm just really frustrated that I can't get this picture to hang properly, didn't mean to take it out on you. Knowing how to purge clutter, decorate your living space, and organize all your stuff. I'm still struggling with this. I see my friends' houses and how much cleaner/organized their houses are, and I just can't understand it. Maybe I'm still fighting my inherited hoarder tendencies. Thanks, Mom. But it's just, like, how does everyone not have clutter? How do I not have clutter? I feel like those people are never home. My house looks nice but lived in. I try to purge a few times a year and move things around to clean everywhere. I also have kids and their mere existence tends to mock my neuroticism surrounding cleaning. I have learned to be a much more patient person in the process, so I guess that's a different kind of progress. One trick to not having clutter is making sure everything has a place. When you use something, return it to its designated place. Get bins to organize and itemize everything, and store it away properly. Things seem cluttered when they are just thrown wherever. You can have the same amount of objects yet keep them organized and out of sight and suddenly there's no clutter. It's a practice, but it's definitely worth living that way. My husband and I both come from hoarder families/dirty homes, and we actively try to avoid it. It's the happiest we've ever lived, having our own clean nice home for once. My mother is also a hoarder. It's the pervasive fear of being one that make me neurotically purge any time I see what looks like a pile forming. Except in that one half of the garage. I don't speak about that, but someday I'll call the sap and tell them everything in the garage is this. Please come get it. I won't go look at it. I'll just make the call and lock myself inside until it's gone. Accept responsibility for their mistakes. And apologize properly. It's so simple and will save you and the person you've hurt so much extra suffering if you can be accountable. I realize I did X behavior and that had X and Y effects on you/meant you had to do X when you shouldn't have. I'm so sorry I made you feel this and here what I'm doing to make it better and how I will make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm sorry if you feel that way is not an apology. Anything with the words but or if isn't an apology. Edit to add. Apologies steps for me include owning up to exactly what you are apologizing for. Acknowledging the effect that has had on the other person. Explaining what you will do to make sure it doesn't happen again/fix the damages done. Follow through on any continuing actions that might be required, including genuine change of behavior. Important to note that even the best apologies don't entitle anyone to forgiveness. If you do not want to accept an apology you can just say thank you for saying that. I know that was hard. That also works for accepting them too. Saying no problem or it's okay excuses the behavior, which we don't want to do. Also if it has been a big or ongoing thing you are apologizing for, like abuse, then the apology comes at the end of a huge journey to recognize and address the abusive behavior. By the time you can give a genuine apology you've grown out of the person who could do that. How to avoid scams. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You get a job on Craigslist and someone sends you a check to buy work tools, but sent you too much, and now you have to MoneyGram $3,000 back to them? Yeah. That's a scam and your bank isn't going to reimburse you for a bad check you deposited and spent the funds from. Hello, I'm Jammer, and I have a very nice home to rent to you. It is $600 per month all utilities include. I'm not wish to leave property, but I'm urgently moving to Costa Rica for business, and because my wife's mother is in need of 24/7 care. I do not wish to use a realtor, so that I can rent my beautiful home cheap for you. If you're interested just money me right now as there is many interests in this unbelievable deal. I brought the keys with me to Nicaragua, so you cannot see the property before move-in. Just PayPal me $1,800 for first last and deposit and I will mail you keys for move-in on January 1st. No pictures as I left the country urgently, but I promise you it is quite beautiful. Address is 1 Elm Street. PS no scammers or solicitors. Serious inquiry only PLZ. Jason. Not throw water on a grease fire. I'm a sous chef at a pretty happening restaurant, and one day me and the chef were getting everything ready for a big meal later that day, so we have one of our cooks, who says he has been a kitchen manager at his previous job for over 10 years. He has worked with us for about 1 year, taking care of the cooking for normal lunch menu prep, which involves pre-grill marking chicken that we have prepped the day before, cut, seasoned and marinated. This dude proceeds to strain the chicken, all 350 pieces, and coats it all in oil, then pours it all into the char grill after setting it to high as possible, then walks away from it. As me and chef were busy in another part of our large kitchen, out of nowhere a server runs to us claiming the kitchen is on fire. We run over to see a roaring flame, and the idiot throwing 4 gallons of water from a large pot boiling on the nearby stove. Of course, fire shoots out all over the place, covering a good 10 feet around the area, all over the dude and everything else. And I had to immediately grab the extinguisher and chef grabbed the fire blanket and put this dude out, and the whole area. Dude went to hospital and lived with barely any damage luckily, and was fired. Be okay with being by themselves. Many people keep toxic friendships or relationships going, since they are afraid of being alone. It's also the interesting thing in my experience, where the more people are comfortable being by themselves, the more approachable they are. The way I see it is the only person you're ever guaranteed to have stick around your entire life is yourself. So you have 2 options to choose from. You can dislike that person, or you can befriend them. I'm definitely not saying it's easy. It took me from age 17 through to 21 to befriend myself, and that was with the help of a counselor, but I can say my life has definitely improved since I did decide to befriend myself. Basic hygiene. You don't have to have a lot of money to take care of yourself. Brush your hair, brush your teeth, and bathe. Edit. Reading out of these comments, and just wanted to make known that I'm not talking about people with special needs for their hair type, or skin conditions, etc. I'm talking about lazy people who simply do not care about hygiene for whatever reason. Basically, by 30 years old you should know how best to keep yourself clean, whatever that means for you. Also floss and go to the dentist when you can. Teeth/gum issues are super costly as you age. If you're not preventative or take care of things early, it's not ideal. But if you can't afford a dentist cleaning and x-ray, most dental schools or universities with dental programs will have appointments available for either free or cheap. It takes a while to get the work done because it's a teaching setting, but it's better than not going at all. Laundry. It amazes me how many grown-ass adults still rely on their parents to do their laundry. I was in the laundromat one day doing my laundry, because I'm a grown ass man, and I overhear these 2 college age women having the following conversation. You do his laundry for him? It's either that, or he'll take it home to his mom. I stared at them across the washing machines for a full 10 seconds. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The next time I saw my nieces, who were approaching college age, I said, now that you're growing up, there are certain things you need to know about the opposite sex. Hopefully, your parents have had this chat with you already, but if they haven't, there's something you absolutely need to know. Guys can do laundry. There is no reason that you should do their laundry for them. If no one has taught your boyfriend by that point in his life, you can teach him how. If his attention wanders, grab him by the elbow and point his face to where he should be looking. Anybody who can play a video game can certainly figure out which buttons to push on a washing machine. Don't let him get away with that crap. Edit, you're not here. Wash dishes properly. It baffles me how some people clean dishes and put them in the rack with food still caked on. I don't understand. When you go to pack it away, do you not see food still on it? Do you not care? When you serve people with dirty cutlery, do you not feel embarrassed? I'm triggering myself just thinking about it.